I am ready for you to blow my mind with your unpopular opinions.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to another day 5 of Hardly Holidays.
Woo-woo.
It is getting holiday-y. It is getting hardly. We're getting ever closer to the new year. I'm SP.
And I'm Kelly. And no Milo today. He's gone.
The Wonder Pup has made an exit.
Yeah, he has a rather loud one.
A rather barky one. But that's quite all right, because all we need is me and you to continue this journey, and you who's listening to be a part of it with us. And today, I'm excited because I get to sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit more than normal, because Kelly's bringing some Unpapa pins to the table.
Unpapa pins.
I don't even know what most of them are.
You don't. Okay, are you ready? I have some unpopular opinions. Some are my own personal unpopular opinions, or maybe I feel the opposite, but I put it in unpopular opinion form.
Okay.
I'm just curious to see what your thoughts are, and then I want to talk about it with you as we do with Unpapa Pins.
Yeah, well, hit me
You
with
ready?
your first
I'm trying to decide
holiday
in what
opinion.
order. I'm going to start off with one that might be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Controversial. Controversial. Elf,
Yes.
the Christmas film,
Uh-huh.
is try hard, cringe, unenjoyable, and unfunny.
It is try hard, cringe, unenjoyable, and unfunny. I disagree with try hard. I think that movie's
Okay.
kind of the opposite of that. Not that they didn't try, but I don't think it was
Hard, very hard.
like overly self-indulgent.
Yeah, no.
Cringe. This sounds like a Gen Z opinion to me. I mean, not just because of the verbiage, but also because clearly Elf is like a millennial Christmas movie, and we don't have a ton of those that break through the hallmarkness
that's
of a
true.
Christmas movie. So it sounds like what a young person would be saying.
You know what's funny is the way that this person feels about Elf is the way that I feel about Home Alone.
And the way I feel about The Wizard of Oz and Goonies.
Yeah, The Wizard of Oz, I think there's nostalgia there, but like it is kind of creepy when you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really liked Home Alone. I know it's like the quintessential Christmas movie that everyone's like, Home Alone. They even do like the hand to the face.
Yeah. If I'm
thing.
watching Macaulay Culkin, I'm watching Richie Rich, not Home Alone.
I don't even know that.
That's where he's, I don't know, rich. I think that's the whole thing.
He's Richie Rich, in fact. But yeah, I don't hate Elf, but it also wouldn't be my go-to. Like we just talked about this a couple days ago. You put it on the second half.
Yes,
And that was great.
totally. Because for some reason,
but any
you
more-
don't like the first half.
No, any more than that, except for the bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Any more than the second half, though, I think I'm like, I just don't need it. You get the creepy scene where he walks into the girl's bathroom and sings with her while she's naked in the
Very
shower.
odd.
But yeah, it's just an interesting, odd, weird movie, and some of it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I don't know. I like Will Ferrell too, and I think that's the hard part for me is I like him.
Me too. I never totally understood the appeal of this. There must be a documentary on this somewhere because I've watched it and I heard to get it made, this was before Will Ferrell was a star. He was on SNL, but no one wanted to let him lead a movie.
Yeah.
There's like this mid-40s dude is going to be an elf, like this so dumb. And then that launched into Talladega Nights and
Step Brothers
Step
and-
Brothers, so many movies that he was like, it's Will Ferrell as this, just doing his Will Ferrell thing. But it wasn't that easy. And it's a Jon Favreau movie who went
I
on,
do like Jon Favreau.
of course, to do one of my favorite movies, Chef, but also Iron Man 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and multiple other things in the MCU, not just directing, but
He's great.
starring in as Happy and so many other places. He's done Star Wars movies now, maybe even TV shows. I think he was in charge of Mandalorian. I don't know. Great director, great writer, great dude. I've been in many of the same rooms as him because he's in that Disney family. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest. Elf, I could take it or leave it. I do like the part where he pours a bunch of syrup on stuff because I do enjoy some good syrup.
Yeah, it was a lot of syrup though.
Well, yeah. Comedic relief.
Thanks. Sorry, I lost my spot on this thing. I hate this.
Our notes app.
Where is it? Where is it? Okay, this is my unpopular opinion. Sugar cookies are the best Christmas cookies to make for Santa and to eat.
Okay. If you had just said the best Christmas cookies, I was going to walk out of the studio because sugar cookies are the most basic form of cookie ever.
But they're the most underrated cookie.
Is there a butter cookie that has that's even more basic than sugar cookies?
No.
Or is sugar cookies
Sugar
the
cookie is
bottom?
like the base where you normally then like decorate on top of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Sugar cookies, I believe, are the best Christmas cookie. I really, really feel that way.
So you do think that?
Yeah. This is my unpopular opinion.
But wait, how did you end it? It's the best Christmas cookie for?
To make for Santa and to eat.
I agree that it's the best to make for Santa. I disagree that it's the best one to eat.
I see. There was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, that I made sugar cookies at home, or we got sugar cookies from somewhere, and we were like, these are really good. There's something buttery
Me and you?
sugar. Yeah, from Wendy's. I outed us there. But we got
those were.
Do you
good.
not remember? We were driving through after an event, and they were like, "Do you want to add on cookies?" And you were like, "You bet I want to add on cookies." I was like, "Oh my gosh, how much are we eating right now?"
I flirt the most with drive-thru workers.
100%.
Even the other day,
he was like, "Ooh, girl, love your nails," and he was like, "Are they blue?" And she was like, "Yes, but my manager's up my butt about them."
I was like, "Well, don't tell your manager that I love them." And she was like, "Ah."
And then the manager was at the next window. I was like,
she didn't seem as fun. We didn't play with her.
But I think that I just think they're underrated. I think there's so much you can do with them. You can decorate them afterward. You can add stuff on top of them. But I think that a sugar cookie is not my favorite cookie. I'm not here to say that.
You said it was your favorite one to eat.
I said it around Christmas time. But they are so good. They're like way better than we think they are, because I think as kids, our parents made us sugar cookies and then we decorated them. We never got like the other fun cookies. But I think they're underrated. I think they're so good.
It's possible that you're right, but not probable.
Right.
Not probable. Here's the deal.
Right.
I'm not educated or smart enough to know the names for a lot of cookies, but I have been watching. Shout out to this channel. I think it's called Just Add More Butter.
Oh
I'm pretty sure. And I kind of like got duped into watching this woman's videos where she's like 12 Christmas cookies in an hour. And I've kind of fallen in love with it. So I have been exposed to so many Christmas cookies lately, and never once have I been like, those pinwheels are delicious looking, but really the best cookie is a boring, plain sugar cookie.
I'm not saying they're the best cookie. I said
You
the best,
said it was the best.
the best Christmas cookies.
There's no way it's the
I think
best
they are.
Christmas cookies.
I think they are.
What about that one it's like a pinwheel? It's got chocolate in it. Remember, I was like, I didn't realize they were going to be making that. And it was like sprinkles on the edge. And you're like, how did you not know you're going to make that?
It was 2 sugar cookies, one that was colored and one that wasn't rolled together.
Then bad example.
So don't
example.
come
No.
to me.
Okay. What about, no, that was a
But
cupcake.
they have to be homemade sugar cookies.
Look, I will say this. I don't mind sugar cookies. They're
Mm-hmm.
fine. I also don't eat a ton of cookies, period. But there's no way you can say they're the best. Maybe for Santa, because you can decorate them and they're fun, but they're not the best Christmas cookie. Sure, I don't have a better example.
That's okay.
But it's only because I don't know the names
Well,
of them.
it's okay. It's why it's an unpop opinion. You don't have to agree. It's totally fine.
Boy,
All right.
It's unpopular over here.
Advent calendars for pets
Oh, man.
are the most ridiculous thing ever.
Hey, is this an opinion you believe, or?
This is an unpopular opinion. I'm waiting to hear what you have to say before I put my 2 cents in.
Here's what happened. Advent calendars. Okay, I'm in because Kelly likes those. I don't do them, but like Kelly's obsessed with them.
I love
For
Advent
pets,
calendars.
ooh, you lost me. So stupid. Are stupid. You got me back. It depends.
Okay.
Advent calendars for pets are so stupid from the perspective of a pet. Advent calendars for pets from the perspective of the owner, probably exciting, because I do know, and you're probably going to talk about this, that someone in your family has an advent calendar for their pets.
Yeah, who
why
gave
don't
that
you
to
tell
them?
Was it you?
Brooklyn and I.
Well, tell them what happens there.
Brooklyn and I got an advent calendar from my parents who have 2 cats, Lucky and Gracie. And it is a treat advent calendar. And so every day they open it up and it's a different type of treat. Okay.
How much was that?
Not that much.
Are we talking like $10?
Something like that. Yeah, I was going to say 15, but
Because
I don't remember. But it was
it's
like
just
10 to
like
15.
12 little pieces of catnip or something.
No, but in each one is actually quite a bit of treats, like more treats than I would give a cat in one sitting. So I was really glad I only got one, because truly, even with some of them, we were like, yeah, we'll split them between them, but like not give them all.
It's a genius idea, though.
But it is so fun, and the cats love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a fun way to learn what type of treats your cats or animals like or don't like.
So I'm finding out that you don't agree with this unpopular
No, I
opinion
don't.
at all.
I don't. I don't agree, but I knew you would. I think it's a fun thing. I also think it's fun when they do advent calendars for pets that are like toys. It's like, how
those are
fun
cool,
is
sure.
that? You get to open it up and it's like, wow, a new toy. And either they're going to like it or they're going to hate it. But like also you get like 12 free toys. Well, not free.
Yeah,
unless someone gives it to you. But you get 12 new toys without having to like think about it. And like, it's like, oh, wow, it's a surprise.
So we're not quite in the years that we were in the early 2000s where people really treated their chihuahuas and pets like humans. We're still definitely there with the generation that's 60 and older.
I've never really seen advent calendars for pets. This is the first time I kind of saw it at Target, and I got it. They don't have it anymore. It's all sold out, as you can imagine. I bought it in like November. But I was really excited about it. And the last day,
spoilers,
is like a puree stick where like you like feed it that. And I'm like so excited to give that to them because I think they're going to freaking love it.
What I was going to say too, though, was that we're not in that era anymore, but I always felt weird about people like dressing up their dogs or putting them in strollers.
Yeah, I almost bought Scooter a little sweater.
Yeah, well, he would hate that. But I thought it was weird to dress up your animal, with the exception of Halloween, which is kind of funny. But when you're doing it non-ironically, I think it's troublesome.
It's kind of weird.
And that advent calendar is not for the cat. They'll enjoy it.
I mean,
but
they know.
They're not like, and tomorrow morning I'll wake up and open my next day.
No, but they do know when it's time. They can hear it, and they both show up in the kitchen, and they're like,
that's the same for feeding.
Treats?
Or for treats. Yeah.
treats?
Treats. I think it's
fun.
ridiculous.
I love it.
What else you got?
Ugly Christmas sweaters need to die out. They are so expensive to buy, and now you need to go all out for it to really be ugly.
Yep. I 100% agree with this. I think it was fun and funny when it was new and ironic, and it was like, hey, we all know that some of these Christmas sweaters are hideous, but now we're making hideous Christmas sweaters a thing in total.
Yeah,
it was fun for a minute, but not anymore.
I think that I hate that the assumption is that everyone has an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
I did do this. I did go all out one year with an ugly Christmas sweater for a Christmas party.
Did you?
When I worked at Chick-fil-A, yeah, way back when we had one restaurant, like way back when.
Wow, it was before me.
It lit up.
Which doesn't make it ugly. Maybe tacky.
Yeah, it's like an ugly. But like even this morning, we got a text message reminder early this morning to be like, don't forget to send your kid to school with an ugly Christmas sweater. I was like, you think I just have them lying around?
Yeah, and don't forget, no one told us. And you text me at 6:30 in the morning.
I was like, what do you think I'm going to do? Cut up a sweater, do something to a sweater that I have, go somewhere? No, like she's wearing what she's wearing. Good. Hopefully the whole school isn't in on it because like the assumption that everyone has one is too much for me now.
Yeah.
And also, you said it, but you have to really go all out to make an ugly Christmas sweater. And that's a lot. And I don't like it. Sorry.
It's like, I feel like she may have fizzled out there at the end. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not for me. I would still do it if I had to, for sure. But I think it changed from ironic to expected, and that's when it stopped being fun. So, ugly Christmas sweaters? Nah, that's whack.
That's whack. But if you have one, cool, wear it to whatever you want.
Oh yeah, we
wear
love it. It's so cool.
This one you're gonna love.
Yes.
I wish it was more acceptable to just tell people what you want. My sister and I have done this for years. This is not me, someone else. And I adore that I don't feel anxious about whether she's going to like what I got for her.
I mean, that is how my family has always operated.
It's not how we operate.
Totally. Also, ditch your sweater, girl.
I know.
No need for heroes on Hardly Holidays. That's the way my family has always operated, is just tell me what you want and we'll get it. And there's been years that hilariously I'll be like to my sister, like, here is a Blizzard gift card for $50. And she's like, thanks. And she'll be like, here's an Amazon gift card for $50.
Blizzard,
like, thanks.
Activation, is that what you mean?
Activision, yeah.
Activision, that's what I mean.
But essentially we just did nothing. Our $50 canceled each other out. I don't know. I honestly, once you're not a kid, I think trick-or-treating and Christmas should change. I don't know. We all, maybe this is a place of privilege to speak from, but most of us can get what we want typically. And so it's kind of just a gamble to be like, here's this gift that hopefully communicates to you that I know you well enough that I got you this, and that you already don't have because you didn't buy. So it's obscure, but it's also special. I just think it's too much pressure.
Yeah. I enjoy being surprised on Christmas, though. I'm happy to tell people what I want or have people tell me what they want, because this year has been one of those years where I'm like, I don't really know what to get you. So can you give me some, not you, but people in general, can you give me some hints? But I find lots of joy in giving presents. And so I find joy when people surprise me and are able to be like, I noticed this about you, and so I got this for you. But I think that might be for smaller things that like go in your stocking versus like larger things.
It is also just so hard when you have, I think anyone, especially if you're married, you'll have this situation where both sides of the family will be like, hey, any thoughts on a gift for your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or whatever? It's like, well, no, because first of all, I've had to do all of my shopping. Plus, my partner's birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas.
I know.
So it's already difficult.
It's
I've had to
hard.
give this list out to her friends, to me, to my side of the family, her side of the family. It's always, you're always letting someone down. The flip side is, well, it's not the flip side. I just didn't want to mention, you are a great gift giver.
Thank you.
You're very thoughtful. I was going to say an extravagant gift giver. I wouldn't say you're extravagant. I think you do give gifts, whether it's a holiday or not, and that's kind. But extravagant would be like, I bought you tickets to Wicked.
No. Unless I know you're really going to like something. We talk about this a lot. The people that are like, I bought you a new car this year. I'm like, I'm sorry. You went and spent $30,000 on a brand new car that I didn't get to drive or see or know if I actually like.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Crazy to me too. Ooh, my holiday coma's kicking in here. Yeah. So I think gift giving as an adult is like, or for Christmas, I think there's too much pressure on it. It's not for me. Sorry, everybody, that I suck at doing that, because
I think you do a pretty good job with me. I just want you to know.
With you in Brooklyn, sure. Mostly you, because you and I pick the Brooklyn stuff out together, and then you always get it. But yeah, nah, that's whack.
The other one, there was another one that was like, if I give you a holiday list, stick to the list. Like hates people that don't stick to that. And there are people in our life that don't. They're like, here's a list.
Ryan
and they're like,
wants to stick to the list.
yes.
He wants me to buy him shorts.
No, he doesn't.
No, he definitely doesn't.
He wants a microwave.
Ooh,
And
micro
he wants
shorts. Got
pots
it.
and pans.
Oh, fancy.
This is a weird one. It's not really that weird. I'd rather someone be inspired to change by a date, AKA New Year's Day, like change by New Year's Day, that being your goal, to become a better person than not try at all. People hating on those going to the gym on January 1st or beginning any new hobby or goal that's meant to better one's life are the real losers here. The hardest part of running a marathon is learning how to take your first steps. Everyone was once a beginner, no matter the subject. Whether or not they ultimately succeed, at least they got in the game while you're complaining on the sidelines. Best of luck.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with the idea of having a deadline to end versus a day to start.
Yeah.
Like that's results oriented and goal oriented.
That's so funny.
If you want to be like, I want to have lost 10 pounds by New Year.
Yeah, then do it.
You're going to get to New Year's. Yeah. And it's not like, well, I wanted to lose 10 pounds starting in the new year. And I don't know. I guess we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. And I'd rather start in the new year than start now. December's like the time to like eat until you're
Yeah. It doesn't have to be about food,
in
though.
a coma.
It could be whatever resolution you
But
want.
I do want to lose 10 pounds.
Well,
But not
you
by
have
New
a
Year's
few
Day.
days left to do it before New Year's.
Oh my goodness. Oh
But
my
no,
goodness.
I do think that's really good, because if you actually want real, like, lasting change or progress or growth in your life, it's better to set not just the intention, but set a deadline and a goal. So yeah, I like the idea of having a deadline to hit resolutions rather than like, well, it's the start of a fresh new year and new me, and I'm going to be different. And then you get to February and you're like, still the same.
Still not there. Yeah, you always say 6 months ago today. 6 months ago, you wish you would have started today.
Yes, in 6 months, you will wish you had started today.
Okay, listen. I'm all out of unpopular opinions.
I've got some stuff.
I know you do, but I also have other stuff. This is my
do?
episode. Yeah.
Oh, dang, girl. Well, fine.
Good.
Go
But
for
you'll
it.
probably still have time to do your stuff. Well, we'll see.
Hit me with it. What else have you brought to the unpopular
Listen.
opinion table?
Have you ever heard about, so we're talking about New Year's now, because, you know, we're past Christmas, moving into New Year's. New Year's is this weird thing. I got to thinking, how did New Year's start?
How did New Year's start?
When did that become like a thing?
Okay.
But also, like, are there any like weird things that people do for New Year's?
Oh, sure.
And there
Traditions.
are.
Okay.
First of all, New Year started when we finally decided on what day the New Year was. Because for a while it was like only like a 320-day calendar or something like that. And so the New Year was in like March.
How
and
did
then
we
for
mess
some
that
time,
up?
different calendars. And then for some time, the New Year was marked on Christmas on the 25th of December. And then at some point in time, it became a worldwide thing that it was like New Year's, this is the time. And so when we started to be able to count down on the clock and actually know when midnight was when people started to throw New Year's Eve parties. Because I was like, when did New Year's Eve parties even, like, why is that even a thing?
Right.
Why do we stay up till midnight on New Year's to be like, it's the new year, and then all struggle going into work the next day? Like, what is the thought process behind that? Because an unpopular opinion that I didn't say was that we should make Christmas Eve a holiday and make New Year's Eve just a normal day, not a holiday anymore.
Make
I was
New
like,
Year's Day the holiday.
no, make Christmas Eve the holiday.
Oh, I think they just did that.
I don't know. My parents are working on that day this year.
Yeah, but when you work at a church, you have to work the important holidays.
But I would agree and say that I think New Year's Eve I think Christmas Eve should be a holiday because you should get the whole time. Christmas is the time people spend with their family. I know that there's Hanukkah. I know that there's Kwanzaa. I understand that. But I really do think that no one cares about New Year's Eve, guys.
I'm the same way.
I mean, don't care.
Seems like a holiday for the 25-year-olds.
Yeah, and not for me. But I did look up. I was like, are there any weird things that people do on New Year's? And there are. It all's around food. And I wish I would have brought some, but I didn't. Listen, eating good luck food on New Year's is a thing, like a real thing.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to think of what good luck food, like fortune cookies.
Kind of, but no, not fortune cookies are not on this list. So one of the highlights of New Year's Eve is the different kinds of food to be shared with family and friends. You could say the same about Christmas, but here we are.
And I would, and I'd be happier there.
However, as we're anticipating a better year, we also love to pick those that have meanings and let us bring good luck, like the following examples. So, a popular tradition in Spain includes eating 12 of these on New Year's Eve. That's one at each stroke of the clock at midnight. And these represent the 12 months that you have to eat. And these represent the 12 months. And you have to eat all of them to enjoy a lucky year. Otherwise, the upcoming year might be harsh to you. So you'd better chew all of them up before the clock stops chiming.
Is it a fruit?
It is.
Is it a cherry?
No, but it's the same size.
Grapes?
Yes.
Whoa!
Isn't that crazy? But can you imagine you have to eat 12 grapes by within that 12 chimes when it's like ding, ding, ding. Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
I was like, oh my gosh,
I want to see how many grapes I can fit in my mouth at once.
that'd be crazy. This one I've heard of, but I've heard of it for Christmas and not necessarily for New Year, so I thought it was interesting. In Greece, Mexico, and the Netherlands, and in some other countries,
that's a wide range.
this thing symbolizes the circle of life.
An orange.
Others would put some trinkets or coins inside, and then if you're lucky enough to get those trinkets or coins, you're expected to experience good luck in the coming year.
Okay, cake.
Yeah, it's a small round cake.
Oh yeah, because Mexico puts babies in their cakes.
Oh, not real babies.
No, like a little toy baby.
Yeah, but the way Mexico puts babies in their cakes. Now we're
They're
going all the way back to the
dogs.
zoo.
They're eating the cats. They're putting babies in pastries.
But this goes all the way back to the zoo director who ate the goats. So
They're killing the pygmy goats and feeding it to you at parties.
So that's there.
Unbelievable.
I'm just going to tell you this one. Pork. Pigs symbolize progress in countries like Austria, Portugal, and Cuba. So eating pork
Portugal, and Cuba?
So eating pork on New Year's Eve is common as a way to attract prosperity for the next 365 days.
Not a lot of Jewish people in those areas, I guess.
No.
Because they can't eat pork.
I have one. No, I have two more. And then I have one outrageous thing. Legumes.
Beans, yes. Essentially.
Look like old Roman coins, apparently. I've never thought that. But I'm glad people think that. And symbolize financial prosperity.
Oh.
So that is why Italians have lentils and Americans add black-eyed peas to their dishes on New Year's Eve. I do not add black-eyed peas to my dishes.
I only do to get this party started. Running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and run.
And the very last thing is this. This thing is thought to give you a longer and healthier life. You're supposed to eat them while making sure they don't break in half, which had me thinking about this a lot. Meanwhile, in Japan, people eat this on it's the same thing.
Oh, same thing.
This on New Year's Eve to symbolize their journey from the old year to the new one. This also means leaving behind their regrets in the last year.
So it's got to be something crispy.
Nor.
But it's not supposed to break in half?
It could be crispy.
Okay, so matzah's
I enjoy
off
these
the
very
table.
much at Din Tai Fung. They are my fave.
Is it a cucumber?
Nor.
Is it xiaolong bao?
Nor.
Is it spicy noodles?
Well, it is noodles,
Is
not
it like
necessarily
a piece
spicy.
of hard pasta?
No, it's long noodles are thought to give you a long and healthier life. And so you're supposed to eat the noodles without breaking them. I think that's why they don't like
Lady and the
chomp them
Tramp
in,
style.
they don't chomp them in
Where
half.
they go,
Yeah.
That. I felt like Guru Jagat there for a second.
You look like the mummy sucking up someone's life.
Imhotep?
Or
Tutankhamun?
Imhotep. Or a Dementor. Okay, that's all the food stuff, but this is one that I thought was just very weird and I wanted to see if you could guess it.
Outrageous.
A few countries,
Okay.
particularly in Latin America, have this superstition that you can manifest success and prosperity if you choose the right color of this item of clothing. For instance, if you want to get lucky in love and relationships, you wear red on New Year's Eve. Meanwhile, yellow could bring you luck, money, and happiness.
Well, my brain says shirt, but my heart says pants. So let's go with pants.
No to both.
Shoes?
No.
Headgear.
No.
Lapel.
No, I think this is interesting.
Socks.
Because
thongs.
No one's going to see this unless you show them.
Underwear.
Yes. So this is wearing the right underwear. Isn't that crazy? So if you wear red underwear.
Like Superman on the outside.
You can get
That's
lucky.
how you do it. Superman puts it on the outside.
You can get lucky in love and relationships. And if you wear yellow, then you can bring your luck, money, and happiness.
Well, as much as I love luck, money, and happiness, yellow, not the color I would choose for underpants. Red, sure.
I
Plenty
didn't
of
look
red.
up any of the other colors, but I thought those two were quite interesting. So those are my Unpapa pins and my fun facts with Kellie.
You brought it back.
I brought it back.
She brought it back. Speaking of bringing it back, we brought it all the way back to the end of day 5.
Woo-oo.
We are halfway through.
Halfway there. How many songs can I sing in this? I'm so sorry.
Hardly holidays. It's been great so far. Tomorrow is day 6.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I knew it. And then, we're playing a game tomorrow.
Oh, how
which,
great.
honestly, I'm really glad I ditched the game I was going to do, which was similar to what you were talking about with weird holiday traditions. We did a similar game last year. But next week, says we are getting tomorrow, we are getting closer and closer to New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Which means we are going to be playing, as you will be as well, Never Have I Ever New Year's Edition.
Wow.
Putting 5 fingers up and putting them down if you have done those things. So stick around. We've got more Hardly Holidays coming at you here, there, and everywhere for the rest of 2024. But until then, we hope you spend most of your holiday
Hardly working.
Bye.